Okay. Now, very good afternoon all of you guys and welcome to official English medium channel of Example. So students, now I think I should be properly audible and visible to all of you. I think I should be properly audible and visible. So Chodeshwari, very good afternoon. So it is good afternoon guys and welcome to the session. Good afternoon, welcome to the session, and from today itself guys we are going to start a special series that is of the previous year question. So previous year question, it plays a very important role in understanding the syllabus and the question pattern of SSC ki what should be the level of our preparation. So that is just through the previous year question, and it also helps you to understand the pattern of the examination and the pattern of the question that is being asked. So Sharma, sound problem. So no, there is no sound problem from my end. I think everything is all right. So there should not be any sound problem. So guys, before I should start the session, I think I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Okay, so now my sound is also showing good properly. Okay, so guys, now let's start the session. So I can see my system also, the sound is coming proper. Okay, so I hope sound, audio and video should be clear to all of you. Now guys, let's start our session, and here is the first question that is before you. The question before you is which of the following is exercised the most profound influence in framing the Indian Constitution. So my dear students, so which of the following sources is the most profound, that means most important sources, one of the most important sources while framing the Constitution of India. Is it British Constitution, US Constitution, Irish Constitution, or Government of India Act 1935? So which is the most important source of Indian Constitution? So okay, I should be audible and visible to all of you guys. So which is the most important source? So examine yourself as given the first answer, that is okay, option D, option B. Okay, option D. Durga Prasad is saying option D. Okay, Chaudeshwari, option A. Guys, first of all, the profound influence, that means the most important influence. So the most important influence. Profound influence means most important influence, that is the Government of India Act 1935. So this is also called blueprint of Indian Constitution. Blueprint of Indian Constitution, because almost 70% provisions of Indian Constitution, it is adopted from this act. It is adopted from this act. So almost 70% provisions it is adopted from this act. So this is also called blueprint of Indian Constitution. So it is also known as blueprint of Indian Constitution. Now guys, when this act was passed, India was a British India. So the Viceroy was Lord Wellington. So the Viceroy was Lord Wellington. 1931 to 1936 is the time period. So when this Government of India Act 1935 was being passed, the Viceroy of India was Lord Wellington, and he was the Viceroy from 1931 to 1936. And so correct answer will be guys option D, that is Government of India Act 1935. That is the correct answer, not British Constitution, US Constitution or Irish Constitution. Most important source is GOI Act 1935 that was being implemented in 1937, although that we will discuss in the history section. And when this act was being passed, India was a British India and the Viceroy at that point of time was Lord Wellington. So I hope guys it is clear to all of you, that is option D. Now let's come to the next question. So guys, before I should go to the next question, is that clear to all of you? Is that understood by all of you? Then please share your acknowledgement. Then I will move to the next question. Okay. Now guys, let's move to the next question. Next question is what is autocracy? rule by few, rule by a king, absolute rule by one, rule by the representatives of the people. So what is autocracy? So that is a political science term, autocracy. So what is autocracy? What is autocracy, guys? Okay, let's see the correct answer, guys. C, D, C, D. Okay. Now, maximum students, they are going with D. My dear students, rule by the representatives of the people, that is called democracy. That is called democracy. That is called democracy, because in India, it is ruled by the India is being ruled by the representative of people. So that is, India is a democratic system. Rule by few, that is called oligarchy. Oligarchy. Rule by king, that is called monarchy. So absolute rule by one, that is called autocracy. Like it is also, you can say, dictatorship. It is like dictatorship ki absolute rule by one. So simply where the king is law, it is called autocracy. So where the king is law, it is called autocracy. Ki whatever the king said, you have to follow the things without any if and but. So you cannot raise your question before any decision of the king. So in the condition of autocracy, the king is law. King is law. King is law. So correct answer will be, guys, option C, that is absolute rule by one people, rule by the representative of people, that is called democracy. Like in India, rule by few, it is oligarchy. When India was British colony, it was like an oligarchy system, ruled by the king, monarchy, and absolute rule by one, that is called autocracy. Is that clear to all of you, dear students? Then please tell me, because these type of words you should be familiar with. You should be familiar with this type of small political science word, so that if this type of question may come in your exam, so you can answer it properly. Is that clear to everyone? And maximum of you, they have changed the answer. Don't change the answer. Let it be what you have given. But the objective should be, you should understand what the thing is. Is that clear to all of you? Rule by few, oligarchy, rule by king, monarchy, like we have in Britain. Rule, absolute rule by one, North Korea. North Korea is the best example. Rule by representative of people, like democracy. India is an indirect democratic system. Is that clear to all of you, guys? Okay. So these are some political science words that you can remember also, and that you should know as well. Okay, Yashika. So now, guys, let's go to the next question. Next question, guys, ki the idea of ombudsman is taken from which of the following countries? So that is the standard question that will give you a new type of question, new type of concept for your exam. So the idea of ombudsman is taken from which of the following country? Okay, Yashika, point taken. So we will be coming with the books and author session also. Although I have uploaded the PDF in the Telegram as well about the books and authors. Now, with the concept of ombudsman is adopted from which of the following country? So Durga Prasad is saying option C. Examine yourself, option A. Okay. What about others, guys? Okay, let's see what about others. Ombudsman, like we have the concept of Lokpal. Okay, maximum students, they are going with option A. So when paid batch of CPO will start very soon, we are planning hopefully in the next to next week. Now, ombudsman. Ombudsman, guys, it is the derived from the word ombudsman. Ombudsman, that is in Hindi, it is called Lokpal. And the concept of ombudsman, that is the Jan Lokpal, that is adopted from the Sweden. So from the concept of ombudsman, in Hindi it is called Lokpal, that is derived from the Sweden. So correct answer will be, guys, option C, that is Sweden. We don't have anything that we have adopted from China, so we don't have no source, nothing we have adopted from China, so nothing we have adopted in from China. No provision adopted from China. No provision adopted from China. Therefore, correct answer will be, guys, option A, that is Sweden. So in India we have Jan Lokpal Pinaki Chandra Ghosh. The PC Ghosh is the Lokpal of India. So the concept of ombudsman or Lokpal, that we have adopted from Sweden. Therefore, correct answer will be, guys, option C. And students, if you are finding the session interesting and informative and according to the need of your exam, so don't forget to like and share the video, as well as subscribe to our English medium YouTube channel, that is English Medium Prep by Example. So I hope it is clear to all of you, and if you are finding the session interesting and useful, so please hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Now let's come to the next question. Next question we have कि which part of Indian Constitution deals with the article dealing with the election, consists the article dealing with election. So in which part of the Indian Constitution you will find provisions related to election? Is it part 15, part 5, part 20 or part 9? So where you will find election, guys? Election, it is mentioned in which part of Indian Constitution? That is the question. Okay, examine yourself is saying okay. Okay, guys, so yes, examine. Okay, Yashika 15. Okay, let's see some more more responses. Part 15, part 15. Yes, guys, the correct answer is part 15. So part 15 that discusses with election, part 5 discusses with the union, part 20 amendment, then part 9 Panchayati Raj institution. Panchayati Raj institution. Therefore, correct answer will be option A, that is part 15, that discusses with the election. So correct answer will be, guys, option A. Now, guys, so correct answer will be option A, that is part 15. Now let's come to the next question. Next question we have कि the preamble of our constitution makes no mention of. So which of the following thing is not mentioned in the preamble? Is it justice, fraternity, equality of the status or adult franchise? So which of the following is not mentioned in the preamble of Indian Constitution? Okay, so there is no buffering from my side. Examine yourself. So please check your internet connectivity. Okay, let's see the correct answer. Oh, very good. So correct answer that is not mentioned in the preamble, guys, it is option D, that is adult franchise. Preamble, we can also say it is the summary of the constitution. So preamble is nothing but it is just the summary of the constitution. And language of preamble, language it is adopted from Australia. And it does not mention about the adult franchise. Justice, three type of justice it is mentioned. Social justice, economic justice and political justice. Then fraternity, that is universal. Brotherhood and equality of status and opportunity. That is mentioned under equality. So adult franchise, it is not mentioned in the preamble. Therefore guys, correct answer will be option D. And universal adult franchise, that is defined under right to vote ki all the citizens of India who are 18 years and above and not barred by any law to cast the vote, they are all eligible for the voting process. So universal adult franchise, that is not mentioned in the preamble. Justice, it is of three types. Fraternity, that we have called universal brotherhood, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, and status, equality of status and opportunity. So these three things are mentioned in the preamble of Indian Constitution, and language of preamble, it is adopted from Australia. So I hope guys it should be clear to all of you one by one. Every point must be clear to all of you. Okay, so shall I move to the next question guys? Do tell me, shall I move to the next question? Shall I move to the next question? Okay, okay guys, now let's move to the next question. Next question is ki which of the following is justiciable in nature? So which of the following is justiciable in nature? Fundamental duties, directive principles of state policy, fundamental right, or none of the above? So which of the following guys justiciable in nature? So let's see the options. Fundamental duties, DPSP, fundamental rights, or none of the above? Which is justiciable in nature? Okay, let's see the correct answer. Very good. So two answer I have got correct guys, but not everyone. Guys, justiciable in nature means कि if the things are hampered, you can approach to judiciary. So that if the things are hampered, person can approach to court. Guys, first of all, DPSP, they are not justiciable, that is defined in Article 37. So DPSP, it is non-justiciable, defined in Article 37 of the Indian Constitution. It is not justiciable. Fundamental rights, they are justiciable through Article 32 and 226. So they are justiciable through Article 32 and Article 226. 32, it is the writ of Supreme Court. 226 is the writ of High Court. So it is writ of Supreme Court, and 226, it is the writ of High Courts. And directive principle of state policy, it is and fundamental duties are also non-justiciable, because if the fundamental duties are being hampered, judiciary will not interfere, although parliament by law can enforce the fundamental rights. Fundamental duties की parliament by law can enforce fundamental duties. Therefore, the things which is justiciable in nature, it is fundamental rights. So it is 100% justiciable in nature. So correct answer will be guys option C, that is fundamental rights. Is that clear to all of you guys ki why they are justiciable and what is the meaning of justiciable? If you understand ki what is the meaning of justiciable, then the question is very easy. Justiciable means guys ki if the things are being hampered, you can directly approach to judiciary, then it is justiciable in nature. Because if the fundamental rights are hampered, you can directly approach to Supreme Court through Article 32, or else you can approach High Court through Article 226, and Supreme Court and High Court will issue writs for the enforcement and safeguard of fundamental rights. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Fundamental duties, you cannot directly go to court, but Parliament can make law to enforce the fundamental duties. Is that clear to all of you guys? Then please tell me. Then I will be moving to the next question. Is that clear to all of you? Okay, so it is clear for the Suresh. Now guys, so this was about the justiciability of the fundamental rights. Now let's move to the next question. Next question we have कि nominated members of Rajya Sabha is taken from which constitution? So nominated members of Rajya Sabha, that is taken from which constitution? Is it Constitution of America, Ireland, South Africa, France? Nominated members of Rajya Sabha. Okay guys, let's see the correct answer. So Durga Prasad saying option B, Chaudeshwari, examine yourself. Everyone is going with option B, Suresh as well. Guys, nominated members of Rajya Sabha, that is adopted from Ireland. And 12 members are nominated by President from 4 different fields. First is science, arts, literature, and social service. Science, arts, literature, and social service, and it is mentioned in Article 80 Clause 3. So it is mentioned in Article 80 Clause 3. Total we have 250 members. So out of this 238 they are elected and 12 nominated. Total, or simply you can say maximum strength of Rajya Sabha. Maximum strength we have 250, out of which 238 are elected and 12 are nominated. Now what is the term of nominated members? Now guys, please answer me a question ki what is the term of nominated member of Rajya Sabha? Nominated members. What is the term of nominated members of Rajya Sabha, guys? Please answer me this question. So if you have understood the Rajya Sabha properly, then you can easily answer. What is the term of nominated members of Rajya Sabha? Term of nominated members. Okay, let's see the correct answer. So Durga Prasad is saying okay, option C. Okay, that is saying 6 years, 6 years. Very good. So no, it is no term. It is not like this, guys. So what I am asking ki term of nominated members of Rajya Sabha, that is 6 years. If I will ask the term of Rajya Sabha, then your answer will be ki term is not defined. So it is not defined. However, 1/3 members, they get retired after every 2 years. So 1/3 of the members, they retire after every 2 years. So term of one member will be 3 into 2, that is 6 years. So term of one member is 6 years, guys. Term of Rajya Sabha, it is not defined because it is permanent house. Permanent house in nature. Therefore, correct answer will be, guys, it is from Ireland. And other than Ireland, from Ireland, we adopted DPSP, election of president, and nominated member of Rajya Sabha. Nominated members of Rajya Sabha. So these three things we have adopted from Ireland. So I hope, my dear students, it should be clear to all of you what we have adopted from where. And from South Africa we have adopted process of amendment of constitution and election of Rajya Sabha members. So correct answer will be, guys, option C, that is Ireland. From Ireland we have adopted election of president and 12 nominated members of Rajya Sabha, that is defined in Article 80 clause 3. Now I hope it should be clear to all of you guys, and that was an easy question also. Now let's move to the next question. Money can spent out from the consolidated fund of India with the approval of. So if you want to take the money from the consolidated fund of India, whose approval is needed? Is it Parliament, Speaker of Lok Sabha, CNAG, or the President? So money, if government wants to spend money from the consolidated fund of India, whose permission is required? Whose permission is required? Whose permission is required, guys? So CNAG, let's see, Durga Prasad Pillai is saying option D. Okay. What about others, guys? Whatever that is running in your mind, you can give you can give that option, you can write that option. If it will be correct, then definitely I will tell you, and if it is not, then definitely I will be telling you the right one. Okay, so everyone, not everyone, in fact, examine yourself has said option A. Now he has changed to option D. Guys, Consolidated Fund of India, it is defined in Article 266 clause 1. So it is defined in Article 266 clause 1. And this Consolidated Fund of India, it is under Parliament. So if you want to spend money from the Consolidated Fund of India, prior approval of Parliament is needed. That means कि Parliament is the custodian of this fund. Parliament is custodian of this fund. Therefore, correct answer will be, guys, option A, that is the Parliament. And those people who are saying President, it is contingency fund. Contingency fund, that is defined in Article 267. It is an emergency type of the fund, guys. This is held by President. And operated by Finance Secretary. Held by President and operated by Finance Secretary. So it is type of emergency fund. So it is a type of emergency. It is a type of emergency fund. CNAG audits the books of accounts of the fund. So CNAG, that is defined in Article 148, audits the funds. And Speaker of Lok Sabha has nothing to do with the consolidated fund. So directly Speaker of Lok Sabha, it is defined in Article 93. Article 93. Parliament, it is defined from Article 79 to 122. President, that is defined from Article 52 to 62. So these are their respective articles also, guys, that you can note it down for your revisionary purpose. So guys, is it clear to all of you guys ki who is the custodian of this consolidated fund? Consolidated fund, it is under parliament, and if you want to take the money from consolidated fund, if not we people, if government wants to take the money from the consolidated fund, so prior approval of the parliament is required. So I hope guys it should be clear to all of you, and rest of the things are also cleared. President is the custodian of contingency fund, although it is held by president, operated by finance secretary. Like if you have the ATM of, if once you were studying in the college and you are out of the city, so the account was on the name of your father and the ATM card was with you, so you are operating the account, or you were operating the account although the account was on the name of your father or mother. So that is called held by president, operated by finance secretary. Is that clear to all of you guys? Is that clear to all of you? Then you can share your acknowledgement. Then I will be moving to the next question. Is that clear to all of you? What is the meaning of held by president, operated by finance secretary? Like you have an ATM card of your father's account, although it was held by your father and it is operated by you when you were studying in the college and you were out of your, and your college was out of your hometown. So through this you can easily understand, once I was studying in my college, so before I was not having a proper account of my name, so I used to transact with the card of my father. So that is called held by president and operated by finance secretary. I hope my dear learners it should be clear to all of you. Okay, now guys let's move to the next question. Which of the following committee is not a standing committee in the parliament? So which of the following committee it is not a standing committee? Public Account Committee, Estimation Committee, Committee on Public Undertakings, or Consultative Committee of the Ministry of Finance. So which of the following is not a standing committee, guys? Okay, let's see the correct answer. Examine yourself is saying option D. Okay, very good. Suresh is saying option C. Okay. Guys, first of all, Chaudeshwar is saying option D. Guys, in parliament there are two types of committee. One is standing committee, one is ad hoc committee. Standing committee, it is constituted every year. And ad hoc committee, it is a temporary committee. So once the work assigned to that ad hoc committee is finished, the committee is dissolved. So these three are standing committee, and this is a ad hoc committee. Public Account Committee has total 22 members. Estimation Committee has total 30 members. Committee on Public Undertaking has also 22 members. And in Estimation Committee, guys, it is the largest committee. And all 30 members are from Lok Sabha. All 30 members, they are from Lok Sabha. Therefore, correct answer will be option D, that is Consultative Committee to the Ministry of Finance. It is an ad hoc committee which is constituted if there is some work. Once the work is accomplished, the committee is dismantled, the committee is dissolved. Is that clear to all of you guys? Then please tell me or give your acknowledgement. Then we will be moving to the next question. So is that clear to all of you? Okay. Now guys, let's move to the next question. Next question is who is the only second Vice President of India who got the second consecutive term after Dr. S. Radhakrishnan? So after Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, who was the Vice President who was given the second consecutive term? Is it K.R. Narayanan, B.S. Shekhawat, that is Bhairav Singh Shekhawat, M.A. Ansari, or Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma? No, that should not be M.A. Ansari, that should be Hamid Ansari. That should be Hamid Ansari. M.A. Ansari, please just rectify it by Hamid Ansari. Okay guys, what will be the correct answer? Second consecutive term of Vice President after Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Okay, K.R. Narayanan. Okay, Suresh is saying K.R. Narayanan. Okay. Kochil Raman Narayanan, the first Dalit President of India. Although from Andhra Pradesh, he was former Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University as well. Okay, Chaudeshwari is saying option C. Okay guys, now let's come to the correct answer. The correct answer will be option C, that is Hamid Ansari. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, earlier he was Vice President from 1952 to 1962. Then he became President from 1962 to 1967, and Hamid Ansari was the Vice President from 2007 to 2017. And K.R. Narayanan was the first Dalit President. And he was the former Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. So, former Vice Chancellor, former VC of JNU, that is the famous Jawaharlal Nehru University that is located in Delhi. Therefore, correct answer will be option C, that is Hamid Ansari. He was former IFS. Former IFS officer, that is Indian Foreign Service. So, once Meera Kumar was Lok Sabha Speaker and chairman of Rajya Sabha was Hamid Ansari. So, it is said that both the houses, they are governed by ex-bureaucrats, because Meera Kumar was also former IFS officer and he was also former IFS. IFS, that stand for Indian Foreign Service, that is Bharatiya Videsh Seva. And Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, guys, one point you should note about him, that he was called Philosopher President. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. He was also known as Philosopher's President. Philosopher President, because he was the doctorate in philosophy. So, he was doctorate in philosophy, therefore, he is also known as Philosopher President because PhD in philosophy. And he was maternal grandfather of the famous ex-test cricketer VVS Lakshman. Maternal grandfather of VVS Lakshman. I hope, my dear students, that should be understood by you also. These are some important points about them, about the question. Please note it down or you can take the screenshot, because that is going to be highly helpful when you will start your revision sessions. Okay, now guys, let's move to the next question. Now, who among the following was never a Lok Sabha speaker? So, who among the following was never a Lok Sabha speaker? Is it Meera Kumar, Balram Jakhar, Chandrasekhar, or GMC Balayogi? Okay, never was a Lok Sabha speaker. Okay, GMC Balayogi. Okay, Chaudeshwari, you are going with option D. Okay, let's see the some correct answer, more correct, more option, more answers in fact. Okay, Suresh is saying Chandrasekhar. Okay, very good. Okay, guys, first of all, let me tell you who was the following never Lok Sabha speaker. Meera Kumar was the first female Lok Sabha speaker. Then Balram Jakhad was also Lok Sabha speaker. Then GMC Balyogi, Lok Sabha speaker who died during his term. So there was a tragic helicopter crash incident in which GMC Balyogi died, after which P.S. Sangma became the Lok Sabha speaker. So correct answer will be, guys, Chandrasekhar. He was the former PM, former Prime Minister of India, and he served from 1990 to 1991 as the Prime Minister. He was the former Prime Minister of India who served as the Prime Minister from 1990 to 1991. So guys, the correct answer will be Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar 1990 to 1991. I hope guys it is clear to all of you. So correct answer will be Chandrasekhar. GMC Balyogi was already Lok Sabha speaker who died in a tragic helicopter crash incident. So after him, the P.S. Sangma, who was the first tribal speaker, he became the Lok Sabha speaker. And P.S. Sangma was from Meghalaya, former CM of Meghalaya as well. Therefore, guys, correct answer will be option C, that is Chandrasekhar. Now come to the next question, guys, ki the Lok Sabha Secretariat comes under whom? So Lok Sabha Secretariat, guys, comes under whom? Is it Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, or the President? So Lok Sabha Secretariat, that comes under whom? So who is the head of Lok Sabha Secretariat? Head of Lok Sabha Secretariat. Head of Lok Sabha Secretariat, guys, who is the head of Lok Sabha Secretariat? Lok Sabha Secretariat, that is also called Lok Sabha Sachivalay. So Lok Sabha Secretariat head is, examine yourself, is saying option D. Okay, Suresh is saying option A, Durga Prasad saying option C. Guys, Lok Sabha Secretariat, it is directly under the control of Lok Sabha Speaker. It is under control of Lok Sabha Speaker. So correct answer will be, guys, option C. Now my question to you is, my question to you is ki paramilitary forces comes under which ministry? Comes under which ministry? Paramilitary forces comes under which ministry, guys? Paramilitary forces comes under which ministry? Yes, Jagdeshwaran, Speaker of Lok Sabha, because Speaker is the administrator of the Secretariat. Yes. So paramilitary forces, guys, comes under which ministry? Paramilitary forces Okay, Suryakant Dhag is saying defense. No guys, paramilitary forces like BSF, CRPF, like BSF, CRPF, ITBP, SSB, CISF, that all comes under MHA. That all comes under MHA. That is the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, paramilitary forces comes under MHA. Intelligence Bureau also comes under MHA. So, Intelligence Bureau, which is a internal intelligence agency, that comes under MHA. That is Ministry of Home Affairs. Intelligence, that is the external intelligence agency, RANAW, that comes under the PMO. So, directly reporting of IB raw head is with the Prime Minister. So, Intelligence Bureau also comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. So, I hope guys it is clear to all of you which ministry has responsible for what. So, correct answer will be guys Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Now, the power to inquire all doubts and dispute related to the election of the president is vested in. So, the question is if there is any doubt which is related to the election of the president, who has authority to settle the disputes? If there is any doubt which is related to the election of the president, which authority has power to settle the disputes? Is it Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Prime Minister of India, Supreme Court or Election Commission? Okay, Chaudeshwari is saying option C. Okay guys, very good. Everyone is saying option C. And yes, option C, it is the correct answer. That is the Supreme Court. So that is defined in Article 71. That is the dispute regarding election of president and vice president is settled by Supreme Court, is settled by Supreme Court. Therefore, correct answer will be option C. And Election Commission of India conducts the election of president and vice president. So, Election Commission of India conducts the election of the president and vice president, and dispute is settled by the Supreme Court. So, correct answer will be guys option C. Now, I am on the one side of the system so that you can note it down and can take. Article 324, no. 324 to 329, that is for the Election Commission. 324 to 329, that is in part 15. Clear? Article 324 to 329, Jagdishwaran, not 344. I hope it is clear to all of you. Shall I proceed to the next question? Now, what is the period of appointment of the CNAG? So, what is the period of appointment of CNAG? 6 years, 65 years of age, 5 years or 65 years of age, whichever is earlier. So, that should not be 5 years. So, term of guys, there is some. Okay. Okay guys, there is some rectification that is needed in this question. So that you can rectify it 6 years of service, 6 years of service or 65 years of age, whichever is earlier. So guys, correct answer will be option C, that is 6 years of service or 65 years of age, whichever is earlier. So that is defined in Article 148 and present CAG is GC Murmu. GC Murmu. So correct answer will be guys option C, that is 6 years of service or 65 years of age, whichever is earlier. Now come to the next question. The committee appointed in 1977 for working of the Panchayati Raj was chaired by. So which committee was constituted in year 1977? Balwant Rai Mehta for Panchayati Raj, Balwant Rai Mehta, Ashok Mehta, GVK Rao or LM Singhvi. So which committee was constituted for Panchayati Raj in 1977? 1977, which committee was constituted? Okay, Suryakanta Dhang is saying option A, that is Balwant Rai Mehta. Okay, let's see the correct answers. So other responses I am waiting for other student to respond the question. Okay, Jagdishwaran is also saying option A. Very good guys, but dear students, it is wrong. Balwant Rai Mehta 1957, Ashok Mehta 1977, GVK Rao 1985 and LM Singhvi 1986. So what will be the correct answer? Ashok Mehta, that was constituted by Janata Party government. That was constituted by Janata Party government. So correct answer will be guys option B, that is Ashok Mehta committee, that was in 1977. So for Panchayati Raj 1977. So don't worry guys, so there is a trick to remember the committees of Panchayati Raj, that is bags. Balwant Rai Mehta, Ashok Mehta, GVK Rao, LN Singhvi. So that is the trick to remember the committee for Panchayati Raj. Balwant Rai Mehta, Ashok Mehta, GVK Rao, LM Singhvi committee. So correct answer will be guys option B, that is Ashok Mehta committee, that was constituted by Janata Party government. Although when in 1977, in 1980, when again Indira Gandhi came as the Prime Minister, so she wiped out the recommendation of Ashok Mehta committee. Two-tier Panchayati Raj system that was discussed by her. Now guys, the next question we have ki Article 39A, that is related to equal justice and free legal aid, deals with. So that you can see nearby the question. Article 39A of the Indian Constitution related to equal justice and free legal aid, that deals with. And here is your options: state government, DPSP, union government, fundamental right. So that is a small DTP error. So that was not in completely in one page. So I hope you can read the questions properly and then can answer. Okay guys, 39A. So that is related to the directive principle of state policy. So that is related to DPSP. Because from Article 36 to 51 we have DPSP. And DPSP, that is in part 4 adopted from Ireland. So correct answer will be guys option B, that is directive principles of state policy. That is the correct answer because it is from Article 36 to 51. Now come to the next question. The taxes on land and building is related in which list in the 7th schedule of the Constitution? So taxes on the lands and building, it is mentioned in which list? Union list, state list, global list, concurrent list. So taxes on land and building, that is in which list of the Indian Constitution? Union list, state list, global list or concurrent list? So taxes on the lands and buildings. So okay, option A. Okay guys, so taxes on the land and building, it is not in the concurrent list guys, it is in the state list. So taxes on land and building, it is under the state list. There is no global list mentioned in 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution. And if I talk about 7th schedule, you have union list, subject we have 97 earlier, now we have 100. Next we have state list, earlier we have 66, now we have 61, and then we have concurrent list 47, now we have 52. So correct answer will be guys state list. Correct answer will be state list. It is not in the union list, global, there is no such global list, and concurrent list. So correct answer will be taxes on lands and building. It is taken by the central government, state government or local authorities. So it is under the state list. So correct answer will be guys option B. Now guys, so the question of the day is कि the Jagdeep Dhankar defeated whom in vice presidential election of India? So Jagdeep Dhankar, who became the 14th vice president of India, he defeated whom in the election of vice president? And just you have to put your answer in the comment box of the video. So please put your answer in the comment box of the video. Vice presidential election. Okay guys, so with this we come to the end of our today's session guys of Indian polity, and I hope you must have enjoyed the session and found the session useful and interesting. And this is the schedule of our English medium YouTube channel. So the session will, all the sessions that is taken by whom and by which subject, it is already mentioned. So guys, with this we come up with the end of our today's session. Thanks for watching the session, and please comment the question of the day's answer in the comment box of the video. So that was all for the day. Let's meet sharp at 4 p.m. for the session on Indian history. So till then, stay safe and bye bye everyone.